makes sense.
I feel betrayed by the governor. I feel very betrayed. Not just being betrayed. You see, when we go to church, there are certain biblical verses that is becoming to make meaning to me. There's this particular verse that have been going through my mind since this incident started, especially the last one that just happened again, coming to Auchi Day first today. The heart of man is desperately wicked. So when I see what the governor is doing and relate it to what the verses of the Bible say, it's now making meaning to me. Because I added value in terms of my political structure, in terms of finances, in all the vehicles that were used to campaign in 2016 are mine. And I saw that the governor was to be oppressed, for him to be disqualified in that manner. And for me, I hate oppression. We had to put in again. I stake my relationship. That relationship, I lost about 20% of my political capital in a donut to support Godwin Obaseki. And in supporting him, even as deputy governor that did not have any line financially, through my friends and others, I supported the second term bid of the governor with my structure, all my vehicles, with finances, including how we got the ticket of PDP. I contributed financially, both in naira and in dollars. And I discovered I was even duped. You know, sir, so if I say betrayal, it's an understatement. I feel very hurt and betrayed. But what is most important is that the switch. It's not like you put off light and put on light. There was no, I've sacrificed even my personal earning.
Quite an expository one. Comrade Philip Shaibu there doing some loads and loads of expose and revelations. Said it wasn't just, he didn't have to just sacrifice his political structure, relationships, and capital, like he called it. He also lost money, was duped by Governor Godwin Obaseki. And that begs the question, for what reason? What was the agreement between them? Take Comrade Philip Shaibu away from this picture. Take him away from this picture. Take him as a non-visible messenger and check the message. It means therefore that politicians can do anything just to ensure that their interest is put ahead. And what of course that means is that what Obaseki is currently flaunting with this Eastern agenda and his aspirants, of course, his anointed aspirant, is in fact clearly that is about his own interest. Whether or not he comes from a particular region, whether or not he comes from a particular place that has been said to be deprived and being politically oppressed and not given the chance to lead in the state, it's about his interest. And I'm telling you this, just like what is happening in Rivers State now, it will still happen. A time will come where Aswa Igodaro, if he becomes governor or becomes the candidate of the party and becomes governor, we still have to betray Obaseki. It's just normal. It's not the first. Shomile did this to Izeyamu. In case you are not aware, Izeyamu was part of the Community government, one of the worst governments ever. And then they had a very troubled time leading. And part of the revelation, that's why you see people talking about Godfather. Part of the revelations of the failures of that government was that they had too many spoon-waiting Godfathers wanted to eat from the state. And when Oshomole came, Lokibinijan and a couple of his friends had done some level of behind the scenes agreement to get to Oshomole was beautiful bride from the NLC to become governor. Oshomole became governor, of course, brought Izeyamu. And Izeyamu, based on the agreement that they had, was likely going to take over from Oshomole after his 8-year term. Of course, Oshomole would not sit to that, and then that's how Obaseki became governor. And now Shaibu had to betray Oshomole just so that they can stick with Obaseki. Whether or not they had agreement of him taking over, it's not even my business, not my bloody business at the moment. But the fact is, Shaibu now is fighting for his space. Aswe may likely become governor, right? Just for stating if everything goes well the way they are planning it, right? Because I wonder what the APC wants to sell. If there's a state that the APC should not put forth a candidate in the next, apart from Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidential powers, right? to doing anything. The only kind of vote that the APC will get in Edo State is most likely from Edo North and based on Shomole's political structure in the Edo North. Looking back, I'm telling you, only politicians will go to the polls to vote in APC in Edo South and Edo Central. Only politicians or people that are directly benefiting from these politicians. To say a common man, an ordinary man with a voter's card, of course, don't forget that the elections will be manned by gross voter apathy. A lot of people do not believe in the electoral process again in this country. But why am I saying all this? Interest is indeed very important. We had 3 ministers of works from Edo State. One served as Minister of State, Tony Aneni of blessed memory, Mike Oneleme, who is also contesting coincidentally to become governor, and then of course Chris Ogemoyi were all in the Ministry of Works for serving various things. While Chris Ogemoyi could not focus on the Benin Auchi Road, he was fighting with Oshomole for dancing and Igboho Lagos Road. That's how and these guys want to become governor. And I'm saying, do you even have sense? Can you think? Do you have selective amnesia? Do you forget so easily? Interest is the bottom line. So when people bring candidates on discard people, it's about their interest. So I'm asking, these people you are fighting for, of what basis are you fighting for them? Of what basis are you mobilizing? Are you campaigning for them? Whose interest are they serving? Whose interest will they serve? We are discussing the Fubara Wike's issue right now. That's the same thing Wike did. He went to Ijo speaking community or region of Rivers and said, I want to give you government support. And so those people went in mass and voted. Is Fubara going to govern just Ijo? Are the Ijo people in Rivers State now better than the other regions? And now Fubara has now told Wike to get out of government, let him do the work. It means that all Wike's structures. So it will happen as well. We still betray Obaseki. As of course, it's a normal thing. If Aswe becomes governor, I'm just saying, right? Looking like that's the PDP. I don't know what happened to Labour Party, and I've said it before, and I'm saying it again. The Labour Party in Edo State is a colossal. I don't know. Let me not talk too much. But except something happens drastically, because currently what is on ground, what I witnessed before I left, and what I keep hearing is that there is so much work that needs to be done in the Labour Party getting serious. Because and then you just see that. I'll use another video to call them and let me know. But interest is the bottom line. Quite disappointed, and it's quite strange that at this level, with what we have seen over the years, we are still not smart enough to put in the right pegs in the right holes, and realizing that it is not enough for somebody to sing the traditional song as it were. It is enough for us to look at all these guys once again. Look at all this. I will not campaign for anybody. I will not support anybody based on the regional arrangement or it is his turn. There's nobody's turn. It's never been anybody's turn. Never can be anybody's turn. Right? It's not just because it's not in the constitution. It's about the fact that a lot of the time, this arrangement of settlement. That's how we settled it. Jonathan should listen so that not to rule. And that's how Buhari came. Right? Became the worst president ever. I'm not sure there is no military head of state that has ruled this country that Buhari did better than. That's the man that should not have even had a chance to even be councillor of a ward in Nigeria, that became president for no reason because of all this quota system, federal character, regional arrangement. That's the point. That's where we are now. That's where we are. So I wish other people good luck, and I hope that it's not yet late. It's time to think beyond the setting what these politicians are selling, because they control the media. They are selling their narrative, and the people are not jumping into it. And so when you go to the comment sections against people that are not from Mason, you're hearing it is a sandstone, and so what? Mike Oneleme is from Edo Central. The Benin Auchi Road passes through his senatorial district. What did he do about it? Chris Ogemoyi is from Edo South. The Benin Auchi Road is one of the worst roads in this country. What did he do about it? What did he do? Shomile was governor for several years. He had money to have been dragging federal roads with in the states and constructing and putting double lanes, beautifying Benin. Imagine if all those air pressure were channeled to make it the Benin-Auchi road possible. We'll not be spending so much money flying from Benin to Abuja and with all the insecurities happening on that road. So that's the problem. They talk, they'll say, nah, they are turn. Now, turn, Abi. I hope you also not turn to have sense. Goodbye.
Yeah, I feel betrayed by the governor. I feel very betrayed. Not just being betrayed. You see, when we go to church, there are certain biblical verses that is becoming to make meaning to me. There's this particular verse that I've been going through my mind since this incident started, especially the last one that just happened again, coming to Auchi Day first today. The heart of man is desperately wicked. So when I see what the governor is doing and relate it to what the verses of the Bible say, it's now making meaning to me. Because I added value in terms of my political structure, in terms of finances, in all the vehicles that were used to campaign in 2016 are mine. I added value for the second term. The second term, my not political father. Shomole is not my political father. Shomole is like a father to me because of a long-term relationship. I grew up to see him as my father. But we came into politics in Edo to fight godfatherism. And according to him, we needed to free resources that are being used to service Godfather for us to be able to develop our state. And actually, when we fought those Godfathers, frankly speaking, the money was free to do development. And that's why we now have Red Roof and all those stuff. So I bought into it. So this time, when he now wants to be Godfather, because when we're fighting Godfather, we didn't say he has to be X and X. And I saw that the governor was to be oppressed, for him to be disqualified in that manner. And for me, I hate oppression. We had to put in again. I stake my relationship. That relationship, I lost about 20% of my political capital in Edo North to support Godwin Obaseki. And in supporting him, even as deputy governor that did not have any line financially, through my friends and others, I supported the second term bid of the governor with my structure, all my vehicles, with finances, including how we got the ticket of PDP. I contributed financially, both in naira and in dollars. And I discovered I was even duped. You know, sir, so if I say betrayal, it's an understatement. I feel very hurt and betrayed. But what is most important is that the switch, it's not like you put off light and put on light. There was no, I've sacrificed even my personal earning, even my entitlement, just to have the system work. Because I came into politics not for myself, it is to fix the system. I'm coming from a background of fighting government to do what is right. As former president of NANS. So I'm in the system to show that those great thing we were doing, fighting government, to have an egalitarian society is possible. Okay. So that's why I brought in. Okay. And that's the value I'm still bringing in as a governor of Edo.